NVIDIA is the highest valued company on the planet, and they make the computer chips that run artificial intelligence models. Now, their stock took a $600 billion nosedive in January when a Chinese company called DeepSeek stunned the world by training large language models, the heart of AI today, with 1/100th the chip cost. And then that sent the market into a tailspin, and NVIDIA to start being a little bit more aggressive about convincing everyone that we need more chips to do AI and not less, like the Chinese company was hinting at. Now, their CEO, NVIDIA's CEO, at a conference gave an amazing talk, and the entire tech community is all a chatter about how NVIDIA is proposing that we re-engineer how we do computing itself. And in a nutshell, they're claiming that data centers, traditional data centers, where basically servers with information are just spinning, and then you access the data, you pull it out, you put it in, basically just ginormous server farms holding data, that these are going to transform into AI factories. They're going to be churning out language models. They're going to be churning out value-based information that'll enable us to build more and more sophisticated AI architecture. It's not about just storing data, but it's about creating AI factories that are churning out capabilities. I dig that. That's a great leap in engineering architecture and a qualitative difference in how we even think about computing. He also proposed another step up the rung in that ladder of computational evolution when he proposed that traditional programming, usually done by a human, line by line of coding, programming will transform into AI agents. And agents are autonomous programs that do programming. They do stuff for us online already. They can take over your computer. You tell it to find a hotel room or perform a much more sophisticated task that requires numerous steps, and an AI agent will go about searching and calculating and cross-referencing and put together a solution for you, a solution for a company. That's an AI agent. So we're going from lower level, just programming, lines of code, maybe subroutines and procedures, to autonomous AI entities that are doing sophisticated high-level manipulation of information and data. And lastly, he talked about traditional old school networks, the hub and spoke model of connectivity, evolving into AI optimized connection points. So that instead of it just being a network of connective associative information, it's going to change into AI optimized connections that are kind of living, breathing nodes that communicate dynamically with each other, with some of these autonomous agents figuring out better and better ways to trigger more and more and more optimal connections between things that are more and more relevant. Now, I think this is bang on point, and it's awesome sauce for the future of computing. It doesn't necessarily spell humanity's doom, at least not yet, and it makes a lot of sense. But it's also great business because AI is at this singularity between being mostly hype, and by that I mean everyone agrees that the AI revolution is on its way to be utterly transformative. But in terms of practical application, I mean, look around. This is my boring ass kitchen and living room in my apartment in Orange County, California, and your place probably looks not too different from mine, regardless where you live and how you live. Where is AI? Well, it's going to take time, and it hasn't really arrived yet. So put yourself in NVIDIA's CEO shoes. You got this upstart Chinese company, and they're saying, no, we could put ChatGPT, the brain itself, on your laptop for pennies on the dollar. And he freaked out because he makes the chips. And if he can't sell more chips, then that's it. So what does he do? He turns everything on its head. He said that the future of computing isn't scaling down in terms of efficiency and portability and flexibility, even though that's going on too, but it's scaling infinitely up and up and up like Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. We can't have enough computing power with this model. More is more is more. Brilliant business sense. It's no wonder that they're the industry leader, balancing hype, knowing that the AI revolution isn't here yet, and yet building the infrastructure that heads in that direction and in a sense precipitates it. Bravo. I like smart stuff, and this is pretty fucking smart.